Thank you for tuning in to the Helium Radio Network. You are listening to a rebroadcast of a previously recorded show.
Peaceful Warriors Wellness. Feel better, move better, be better. When you feel better, you feel more like you. And when you move better, there's so much you can do. Be who you were meant to be. Peaceful Warriors Wellness. Feel better, move better, be better. Peaceful Warriors.
Hello, and welcome to the Feel Better, Move Better, Be Better podcast. My name's Roma, and I will be your host today. I am joined by Lena Roberts.
Hi, guys. Good morning.
Hello. And our special guest today, Katherine White.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Hi, Katherine.
How are you?
I'm well.
Yay.
I'm glad to be here.
Huzzah.
Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm slow
Oh, no.
because I took that self-care of comforting way too literally this weekend. And I ate a lot of bad stuff that I have not been eating
Uh-oh.
for like 2 months. And I just feel so sluggish today. And I know it's because it was sugar overload this weekend. It
Sugar's
was
so good, though.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Sugar
So I'm
and
gonna be in
Easter go
withdrawal
together,
for the
though.
next 3 days. I'll be in withdrawal. So if you see me like just twitching over in the corner,
Tweet.
yeah, you'll know what's going on.
on.
So what did you guys do for? I know it was, this past weekend was the Easter holiday, and I know that I really took advantage of the resting and eating part. What did you guys do?
We did the fire event, so we didn't get to bed till like 6 in the morning. So we woke up around 2:30 in the afternoon, and I craved the my new tradition Easter mac and cheese, where it's my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Where I just eat a giant pot of mac and cheese. Very terrible, but it was very spiritual self-care.
Gotcha. What was your eating
I'm
this
trying
weekend?
not to judge you guys. Mine was family and friends, obviously, and great food. I love to cook, so my mother requested a Portuguese meal. She's a Portuguese, and so I did some baking and did some sugar cookies and some really good cupcakes. And then I actually did some food with that dessert. So it wasn't just all dessert and all chocolate. I pretty much bombarded our house with chocolate too.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Yeah, I didn't eat any of the good food. I ate all junk food. Like,
I
Almost-
usually can see that on your face when you do
oh,
that.
I know. I
And
have
today
been.
I
I've
don't
been
see
drinking
it.
a lot of water
Good girl.
because I've been trying to flush it out. But
Yeah.
when I say I ate really bad, I really did not eat that bad unless you count the like 8 donuts that I ate.
Donuts are so good.
Between Saturday and Sunday, I ate 8 donuts. But I
I
didn't
wonder,
eat-
I wonder how many people out there can feel you as far as like they did very similar.
Yeah.
Probably a
And I
lot.
think that Easter is the day to do that.
Sugar.
The sugar or the peeps. But I didn't have not one peep this whole season. I didn't eat. I got given to me 2 packs of them. I gave them away. So I'm pretty proud that I didn't eat a peep a whole
I'm pretty
holiday.
Those peeps are so good, though.
I don't think I've had a peep in 30 years.
Oh, they're so good.
I kind of have a thing about nutrition.
I respect
Yes.
it.
So, Katherine, tell us a little bit about you. What brought you into massage therapy? Or
Well,
what?
let's say
Would you
my
start
fir- I-
over?
I'm going to say my first part of my life as an adult was in the culinary world. So I was a chef. I had several different types of restaurants, and about mid-30s, I switched course after I got kind of done with that part of my life. It's an interesting world in the restaurant business. You know, your daughter's in that business. Yeah, and I loved food. I still do, and I love preparing food. I love experimenting. It's one of my favorite interests outside of my working world, because about midway I went ahead and went to school for massage therapy in my mid-30s, and I've been doing it ever since, and I am madly in love with what I do. You know, not a whole lot of people get to say that about what they do for a living, and the longer I've done this, the more I love it, which is kind of the opposite of a lot of other people's careers. They kind of come to a place where they're like, I need to do something else, and I cannot see myself ever stopping this work.
Because there's so many options in as a massage therapist. It's not like you're sitting in a cubicle looking at a screen and your only options are if you want to do your stand-up desk today or not. You have so many options, and by the way, that brings me into the segment of Catherine now has an electric table that she could bring up and down. Yay.
So bougie.
Yes, it is.
Yes, so now you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But you have been a massage therapist for how long?
A little over 20 years now. I'm thinking about 20. I started with my education, I think it was like 24 years ago. So, yep, I've been doing it a while. And, there's something I think about when in this industry, because I remember at the beginning, when you're first starting, probably like any industry where you're working for yourself and you have to, you're building an income and, you're building your business. And, I would say at the beginning, there were times when I wondered if this was going to be able to be doable, and like I said, I think anybody starting an industry or a business goes through that. But if you just keep pushing forward and make sure that it's from your heart and not about the money,
right?
It turns into just the love, the absolute love of working with people. And I love also being able to help people with more than just the physical aspect of their life. I like to help people with their nutritional thinking. I like to help people with their overall spiritual thinking. I obviously don't bring religion into my massages because that's a no-no, but just living a spiritual life, which is, I equate that to being, living a life that takes care of yourself, living a life that cares and loves yourself. And,
right.
And so we get some pretty good conversations going, most of my clients, about how we go about that. And I love the exchange of the different ages of clients. When somebody's much younger and they're starting to find that out about themselves. And then you have people who have been working that journey for a pretty long time, and their inner peace shows. And especially people who get massage kind of on a regular basis, and they've been doing it for a long time.
I understand exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's such a cool thing that you get to watch and evolve in your clients. So yeah, I used to massage people with food, and now I massage them. Although there was a time when I lived up north.
You massage people with food?
Well, on the inside.
I'd sign up for that.
Inside of their food. The food massages them from the inside.
Oh, okay.
You make them food, they eat it, and it makes them very happy.
I thought, what did you do with...
No. Okay, that's a whole nother weird way of thinking about things.
I know, that's where I was going. Wait, let me clarify this.
Theoretically, we already are, because coconut oil.
True.
Well, there you go. And you can use that both ways, or olive oil. No, actually, when I lived up north, I had a huge vegetable garden. And my office was in my home, because up there, everybody's office is in Pennsylvania. Everybody's office is in their home. I mean, your doctor office is in their home. Your dentist office is in the home. It's really different. And I would always have little care packages for my clients when they were done of soups and fresh vegetables and things that I would prepare for them, so they got to actually take home their dinner for the night. So they were massaged and they didn't have to go home and cook.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That is pretty cool.
that was fun.
So, tell me about what you did. You went to school in Pennsylvania, or did you go to
No,
school
I went to
here
school in Nashville first.
Nashville?
Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah, that's where I was living.
I love that little town. How long
It
were
isn't
you
a little
there?
town anymore. It's more like Atlanta now.
Yeah,
It's a big
it is
city.
huge.
It's everybody piled there, and
Everyone wants to be in Nashville.
yeah. If you're,
How
if
long were
you're,
you there?
I was there for 6 years.
Yeah.
hmm And
So-
that's actually where I made my transition from the restaurant industry. I moved out of that industry and into massage there. And so I went to a school there called the Natural Healing Institute. It was a school as well as a clinic. And it was owned by the several people on the Vanderbilt Hospital board, medical board. And, you know, they believed in holistic care as part of the care of their patients, but you
Yeah.
know, the industry, I mean, the insurance companies wouldn't let them really practice that in the hospital, obviously. So they had a clinic close by, so they kind of utilized
Okay.
the Western medicine and the Eastern medicine together. So that's where I originally went to school, and then I came back to Florida, which is my home state, born and raised here in St. Petersburg. Actually, I was born and raised here.
Yay.
Woot woot.
Yep, not a whole lot of us here. And
I
went
know.
back
I
to
always thought it was a
school.
myth until I met you.
Wait,
What'd
I
you
was
say?
born and raised here.
You
Yeah,
were
I
too?
know.
Oh. Yeah.
Yay!
CP General Hospital representing.
Wow, I was at Bayfront, which was called Mound Park back then. Oh God, I just gave away my freaking age.
no.
Yeah, so I went back to school here, and I went to an Eastern modalities based school called Bhakti. All you Bhakti students out there, I know there's many of you. Raise, hello.
You were the only person I have ever met from Bhakti.
I meet people quite often, actually. When I meet people who are massage therapists here, and I say, "Well, I went to Bhakti," and they're like, "I did too."
Well, that's awesome because I
actually, yeah.
haven't.
It was a
met
small
anybody.
school. It wasn't like Cortiva.
Yeah,
Cortiva's a big school.
yeah. Cortiva is so big now.
Yeah. Well, they're all over the country.
Yes.
Okay. So,
So we're going to take a break now, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Katherine more about what actually she does during a massage. See you in a few minutes.
Hey, Eric Remmel here, producer of the Feel Better, Move Better, Be Better podcast, and I'm here today to tell you about the amazing folks at Peaceful Warriors Wellness Center. Not only am I a producer of the show, but I'm also a client. Their staff of therapists are truly the best at what they do. Now is your chance to check them out for yourself. Go to their website, peacefulwarriorswellness.com, and click Book Now, or give them a call at 727-822-8866. Use the promo code RADIO and get $15 off your first visit. Yes, you heard me right. $15 off your first visit. Now, this is just for a limited time, and make sure to tell them that you heard about it on heliumradio.com.
All right, welcome back to the Feel Better, Move Better, Be Better podcast. I am Roma, and I'm here with Lena and Katherine, and we're going to go into Katherine's experiences as a massage therapist, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
okay, so we're talking about when somebody would come into my massage room and what they might think they would to experience. Hello, what am I trying to say?
Like the whole shebang, the experience.
Let's do this. I know this would be an easier way to do this. Katherine, tell me about your most favorite client.
Ah.
Well, he's tall. Oh,
What-
no, I'm just kidding. No, so
Now, I'd like to know what kind of client that you like to work with?
Okay, I know exactly the answer to that.
Okay.
There are many kinds.
Okay.
Okay, and I say that because I love a good challenge. I love a good challenge with people who have, you know, different things going on in their body they don't even realize they have, and I love to feel with my hands those things in the tissue, in the soft tissue, and then the ability to work that and to change that. And I know by my hands that it's completely changed, like the tissue has gone from maybe a little stringy feeling or a pocky feeling to a very smooth and lengthened feeling.
Yes.
And I know exactly how that's going to change them when they stand up and they leave. They're going to actually not even realize that they could feel so differently. And I love to get to know people and what it is that actually is affecting their tissue. And a lot of times it has to do with their diet or their what's going on emotionally in their life. And so it's a process. It's a thing that we share together. I like to find the common interest. I like to be able to have people share what they're experiencing and going through if they want to, in a safe environment. And you know, it's amazing how many common things you have with the people that come in to see you.
Absolutely.
You know, the things that you've maybe experienced, or you know other people have experienced, and it gives people a feeling of belonging.
Connection, and another connection that you have with them.
Because I think, you know, we do tend to feel like we, as you know, we've been isolated for such a long time here with this coronavirus, and I think that isolation feeling has grown in everybody's being. And when you start to make a connection with somebody, and we start to talk positively about what beauty is in life and what beauty is in people, you know, and the people around us, and share that same thought process. And you know, when you get off the table and you put your clothes on, that you're actually feeling like you can go out, and the ripples of your good feelings and good experience is going to go out into the world. And your
that's
day
a very
just
nice
changes.
thought. I hadn't thought about it that way.
Oh yeah. So that's you know, that's what I think that's what excites me about working with people and new people, people who have never had a massage. That's always an amazing experience. But it doesn't matter. I like everybody.
So tell me about your techniques. I know that you are like all the therapists here. It's not one technique. It's all what we have learned over our years of touching people and working with people and taking classes.
Yeah.
All that brings you into what you do. But talk to me about what you do during a massage.
I use my hands and let them do actually the thinking, if you will. If I can let my hands, and I say this because when you've done this a long time, you've touched so many bodies that your hands can actually go and feel and heal from that experience of all the different bodies that you've actually, I mean, everybody's basically made the same, but yet we are all individual. And my hands are the ones that actually go and, you know, they have that muscle memory that goes into the body and says, you know what, I feel something here, but you know what, that's not really where that's coming from. It's coming from somewhere else, and I know that. And I know how to go there and find what it is by the amount of experience that my hands have had. So
your hands are going to follow the path of
it's like a Ouija board.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But you know,
so you use your hands.
Yeah. Well, I do a full body massage, which I understand is not the same as, I didn't realize it, but I do believe that the entire body is involved with whatever is happening. When somebody comes in and says to me, oh, I really just need this, I'll say to them, I understand, we're going to focus on that, and we are not going to let you leave here without change occurring, but can I just show you that other things are involved? And all I have to do is say that to people, and they're like, well, okay. And then I get there, and they understand, and I explain to them. You know, I'm not somebody who starts labeling off your muscles to you, but I'm somebody who will say, you know, this is usually coming from something that's going on here, and they'll go, oh, you know what? I hurt that area, or it could have been a long time ago, it could have been recently, and I'll go, well, that's part of what's happening here, and I'll show them how the connection works. And I think people enjoy that. I think they like to learn about themselves and how.
Absolutely.
And then
10 out of 10.
yeah, and I'll tell them some of my little tricks that I do on myself when I have things going on, so that they can help themselves.
Yes.
You know, at home, and when they start to feel a certain feeling coming on, I'll say, you know, do some of this over here and check over here and see. Let me, and they leave with having some knowledge of themselves, if not more than they already had when they came in.
So talk to me about some of the tools that you use during session. I know that you use a bunch because you bring in this whole cart every morning when you come in here. It's this whole cart of stuff that you
I'm a
bring in.
Serpa. I carry bags to the top of
Yes.
the hill, to the top
Yes,
of the mountain. I climb to the top of the
bags.
mountain with my bags. I look-see, and then I let them go. So I incorporate cupping a lot. I'm a very, very, very big,
Proponent.
yes, thank you, of cupping and using cupping. Sometimes I use the Medi machine, the cupping Medi machine in there, and
Yes.
sometimes I use my own hand cups, the hand talk.
Stationary cups.
Yeah, manual. And I also like to add reflexology. I like to teach people about reflexology and
Yeah.
the connection, and where, how reflexology helps to massage the organs, and where I can't quite get that way with my hands manipulating the muscle tissue or soft tissue, but I can do a connection from the feet and the palms and the ears and their face. And that's always an interesting thing to teach people, and they love that. And I show them the charts on the wall afterwards, and show them, where the connection is, and that's, but I am more a person who uses my own hands more than anything. I bring things in when my hands aren't able to make the change that I'd like to see happen in that hour or hour and a half that I have somebody on the table.
So
But
you make the decision what tool to use
as I
during the
go.
massage.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't, if somebody says, I'd like to just do this, I say, well, I think we want to go ahead and see what is needed.
Right.
If I need some assistance, by all means. But to me, the energy that exchanges between the client and myself through my hands are the biggest healing component that can happen in that room.
That's awesome. I can tell you
Oh my
that
goodness.
from personal experience, that Catherine's reflexology is amazing. I love it. I have to get on your schedule soon. Excuse me, because I have not been on there in several months. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I need to make an appointment real fast.
Yeah, it's that time of the year. There's quite a few people booking.
Yes,
It's a busy
it's
time of the
our
year.
season has been super busy.
It has.
Last
Mhm.
week was amazing.
Yay.
I mean, I think that
Mhm.
we had like random appointments open, and those were the appointments that people had canceled at last minute.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of the appointments were completely
What
booked
was
in the
it?
office.
I remember there was one day, I'm pretty sure I told like 20 people, sorry, we're full, but I have slots tomorrow, Saturday. Like, I kept, like, I have all these other time slots I just don't
Yeah.
have today. They're like, this was the only day, sorry. Like,
Right.
ah!
Yeah, it's hard to get in here without some sort of a pre-schedule. That's why most of my clients now schedule before they leave for their next appointment.
Yes.
And of course, if it doesn't work out down the road, you give a call a day or two in advance, and we can fill it again. So it's
Yeah.
not a problem. But I do recommend my clients go ahead and get on the schedule before they leave, you know,
Absolutely.
because otherwise, you know, it's hard to get in, which
Because
that's a good thing.
You and Scott and I have clients that we have had for years
Mm-hmm.
that come in on the same day repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they expect. And so if they want to keep that appointment, then yes, they do have to rebook with us
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
Or it'll be next month because we are booking out weeks in advance.
Yeah.
I heard at one of the networking meetings, I think it was a chamber event, maybe it was Rick Kreisman that said it at a chamber event, that the amount of people that are moving permanently to St. Petersburg is equal to the snowbirds that will be leaving here. So that means that we are having a huge influx of people moving here.
You know, I noticed probably 2 years ago, I noticed that we don't really, it used to be very seasonal here.
Yeah.
People do leave after the height of the season, but then all these other people come in now, and now it's a year-round thing. It's really not it used to be like summers, you were like yawning, like, whoa, it's not the case anymore. I mean, we are year-round, which is fantastic. When I lived up north, it was a year-round business. You didn't have seasons, because people were, it's just, it's not a seasonal place.
It was something that I had to get used to. And I know that in years past, I really used the summer months that we were slower in the office for networking and business building. And so now I've had to whittle that into everyday life now because I don't have time just to do it in the summers anymore, which is a good thing, really good thing.
Yeah, we're becoming a very busy area here. It's changed so much for us who were born and raised here. I mean, I was coming down First Avenue North today and realized that all the construction they're putting in those bus lanes right in the middle of First Avenue. Did you know that?
Yeah.
With the rises, for bus stops in the middle of the road. It's no longer a side of the road thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how are they crossing to that stop? I'm not sure. Is it going to be pedestrians? Anyway, it's really going to be changing.
It really
We're
is.
moving on up, as they say. Moving on up.
What was it?
Anyway.
I remember, man, it's like I wasn't even allowed to be downtown St. Pete when I was in middle school, and now it's like where I am 90% of my time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Everything's just changing.
I moved here in 2010. And 2011, I went downtown. And was like, because everybody had told me, stay away from downtown. Don't go to downtown St. Pete. And definitely don't go to downtown St. Pete after dark.
In 2010, it was like that?
Well, that's what everybody was telling me, so I stayed away. So in 2011, I came down here and was like, this place is awesome. Now, granted, whenever we moved into this office here, this block and this area was only at 40% occupancy. There was a whole bunch of empty storefronts. And now it's like 98% occupied.
Mm-hmm.
It has so grown in the past 10 years. Which, by the way, we signed the new lease, guys, and so we will be here for at least another 2.5 years.
That's fabulous.
We are excited. That made us feel very secure getting that third lease signed.
Well, and we're doing some inside renovating of doing some beautification, if you will.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We're getting some new massage tables, some new carpet. We got some new furniture. I really didn't want to invest much in it because I didn't know if they were going to tear the building down in 6 months, which they're still going to tear the building down in 2.5 years, but we have time. Yes. So we didn't want to put too much investment in it when I didn't know a timeline. But now that we know a timeline, beautification time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But no matter what, in 2.5 years, we'll still be accessible to all of the lovely people that come to see us. We'll keep it as close to the
Absolutely.
same
And
location.
we, 2.5 years from now, we have a little vague timeline of what we're doing and, where we want to be. And it's kind of vague right now, but we will keep everybody appraised as to where it will be somewhere close around here. We're not going to go, to the beach or somewhere far away. It'll be somewhere downtown here.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But
we're downtown people.
yeah, and we will cross that bridge when we have to.
Exactly. One day.
Catherine, it has been awesome talking to you today.
It's been great to be here. I love it.
We look forward to seeing you again, and we know that next time that you come, I really want to delve deep into why you do the full body. So the next time that we talk, that's going to be our topic of conversation.
That sounds good.
So thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having me.
This is the Feel Better, Move Better, Be Better podcast. It has been your hosts, Roma, Lena, and Catherine.
And Catherine's here on Tuesdays and Fridays, by the way.
Yes,
Yes,
Catherine is here on
Catherine's in-
Tuesdays and Fridays.
Yeah.
You can book with Catherine through our website at peacefulwarriorswellness.com and click book now, and it will take you to Massage Book. Or you can give us a call at 727-822-8866, and I can get you scheduled whenever you'd like. Or you can just check us out on social media and see what's going on at PW Wellness on Facebook or Instagram. Thank you so much for coming.
Please
Listening.
like us on Facebook or Instagram.
Yes.
Subscribe, rate, and
Love
review.
us.
Do all that stuff. We
Like us, love
you.
us.
Mhm.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you for listening to Helium Radio. The views expressed by show hosts or their guests are their own and should not be construed in any way as advice from Helium Radio. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our website. Personal perspectives expressed by producers, writers, and editors will always be presented as such. Any rebroadcast or retransmission without the express written consent of Helium Radio is strictly prohibited. Thanks for listening.